G'day, guys. Tim here, the guy in the hat coming to you live from Crown Towers, I believe,
Yes.
in Perth. I'm here with my two Army generals, the Samurai Silver from Liberty Bullion. How are you, Sammy?
Oh, what a time to be alive, Timmy. Absolutely epic. On tour with the boys, with my best mates, going across the country, meeting all the BTR family, shaking hands, kissing babies. Everybody telling me how much money they're making in my favorite asset class. So yeah, look, it's a real hard life to live, Timmy, but someo's got to live it, mate.
Imagine you were shaking babies and kissing hands.
That would be pretty weird. They do say not to shake your babies.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers. And on this side, we have the Baron of Bitcoin from Stormrake. What he doesn't know about Bitcoin, you could write on the back of a postage stamp. Bish in the BTR top, looking very buff too, mate.
Thank you, my friend. I've been keeping, there's a old saying we have here at BTR headquarters, which is look after your health, look after your family, take care of your loved ones. And, I'm trying to emulate and live that lifestyle at the moment.
No, and what a time. And we're on the book launch tour, guys. First of all, before we get into the markets, how are you enjoying the book launch tour?
Oh, absolutely epic. The vibes have been immaculate in both Sydney and Brisbane. Brisbane, I had a lot of new faces there, lots of people I'd never met before. Sydney, there are lots of familiar faces with a few new ones too. But yeah, the vibes were immaculate in both. Lots of drinks, lots of merriment, lots of photos, great time. So yeah, what a time, mate.
Yeah, there was a lot of merriment, I have to say. That's one way to say it. And Bish, how are you enjoying the tour?
Oh, mate, the tour has been amazing. I just, nonstop Sydney and Brisbane, meeting people that we've actually changed their lives, turned their lives around, taking care of them and their families. And, we always say, look after your health, look after your wealth. This book is going to absolutely take care of your wealth for you 110%. I keep telling them to read chapter 16, my favorite part of the book. And it's just been great because the whole point of it is, we do these live streams twice a week. We jump on, we do these podcasts every fortnight. But there's nothing better than actually sitting down, having people, having some chats. And I even got a few BTC cash transactions there because they were actually learning how to use Bitcoin on their phones. And it was really cool just being able to do that in real time. It was great.
100%. All right, time to get into the markets. Sammy, now, obviously, the commodities market is insane.
Yes.
One of the big talking points at the moment is, has the world run out of silver? That's everybody's writing me saying London ran out.
Yep. Well, look,
what's going on?
It's getting harder and harder for us to source silver. We're having to reach out to more and more different suppliers to get our hands on the supplies that we can. So it's certainly getting more difficult to source it. Not that that's stopping us, of course, but it's certainly getting more difficult. All the rumors are true. And the demand for silver is insane. I mean, there's videos out there of lines outside bullion dealers and, people going crazy, and it's all true and more. There is a huge rush on the precious metals industry as a whole. Every bullion dealer is flat out, us included, of course. So what a time to be alive. And yeah, it's getting harder and harder to source silver. It's getting crazy out there, Timmy.
I'll come back to the lines because that just blows my mind, Sammy. I'll come back to that in a minute. Bish, what's happening with Bitcoin?
Bitcoin's still trading in the range. We're trading at around 110, 111 at the moment, which was great to see because a lot of people were calling that the market is topped out, but we're literally in a range. So we've been trading in a range for pretty much the last 10, 11 months. At the start of the year, we were trading at around 108,000 as of January 2025. Now in October of 2025, we're still trading around 110, 111. And, I've been saying this over the podcasts that we do over the last few months is that people get really bullish at the range highs and start, saying that that's it, up and away. And they get really bearish at range lows. For me, my targets remain unchanged, 150 by the end of the year, 200K within the next 12 months. I've actually brought that forward within the next 6 months. Reason being is that the Federal Reserve is having a roundtable discussion on how cryptocurrency and stablecoins can be further integrated within the US economy. The Federal Reserve is also going to be cutting interest rates later this month. They've also stopped quantitative tightening, which means that the Fed is most likely going to be expanding their balance sheet over the next little while, adding on US treasuries as a buyer of last resort, which adds liquidity into the system. Bitcoin will benefit from that, and gold and silver, of course, will continue their meteoric rise. So, people need to stay focused on the task at hand, which is Bitcoin resuming its upward trajectory. And I know what's going to happen. We'll get to 130, 140. People will be, calling for new all-time highs, as they should be, we pull back to 120 and then they're going to be calling for tops in the market. So a lot of extreme emotions in the crypto market at the moment, despite the fact that we've just been trading in a range for pretty much the majority of the year.
Yeah, it hasn't really done much else.
Yeah.
That's it. It's just sat right there. And Sammy, a couple of things. What is causing this silver squeeze at the moment? What has happened? It just suddenly happened. Or was it sudden? Or did we see this coming?
Look, I mean, we did predict it. I did say that, guys, once we break through 50 USD silver, it's going to get absolutely insane in the silver market. What happened? We closed above 50, and then the next week, insanity. You know, exchanges closing down price for an hour and a half on that Monday morning. The suppliers not being able to source it at all or at decent premiums. So absolute insanity right after we broke through 50. So we called it here at BTR, guys. We've been saying it for a while that once we break through 50, things go crazy. And sure enough, we were right. So, yeah, what a time to be alive, Timmy. I mean, what's causing this? Going back to your initial question, why are people lining up at bullion dealers and why is it so hard to get silver supply? Well, guys, we just had a 45-year cup and handle breakout. Any trader worth his soul is getting in now. So, or his or her soul, should I say. So, yeah, that's why, is that everybody wants to buy right now. I tell you what, we feel that at Liberty Bullion. We can't get back to people fast enough. Phone calls, emails, walk-ins. It's just absolute insanity. The guys have been working from 7 in the morning till 8 o'clock at night just to get back to everybody, let alone getting packages out the door as well. So, yeah, we're falling a bit behind on dispatch. We've got a huge backlog from the refineries, over $20 million of product that we're waiting to receive from the refineries. So it's yeah, it's absolute insanity out there in the precious metals markets. And this is only the very beginning, guys. It's going to get a lot hotter in the kitchen.
So one thing I would like to add on that as well, guys, what happens from an economics perspective, this is a question for my brothers. What happens when supply is constrained and demand is going through the roof?
Well, the asset goes up in value.
That's right. So it finds its new equilibrium price. But for those who are a little bit concerned about what's happening there at the moment with regards to the skyrocketing silver prices, I'm not trying to talk you out of business for doing, buying Bitcoin with Stormrake, but you do need to place your orders online with Liberty Bullion so that way you can lock in the spot price. I lock in the spot price all the time with Sammy, buy it straight away, settle the invoice right away, and that's it. With regards to receiving the product, might take a little bit longer, but you've locked in the spot price and that silver's on your name and that's it. It's all easy stuff. Yep.
I want to talk about this, guys, because we often celebrate you being when Bitcoin's running, you're a force to be reckoned with, and you're really animated. I mean, you're animated anyway. And then Sammy, when his assets are running, it's like Sammy's animated. Are we going to get both you guys running together so we can both be animated? I mean,
well, we don't necessarily want that. The reason why we love this asset, I mean, we obviously want our clients winning at as much as possible. But the reason why gold, silver, and Bitcoin particularly work in a portfolio, and I'll let Sammy add in a little bit of color as well, is that when these assets that are non-correlated are trading together and put together in a portfolio, means that when gold and silver are running and Bitcoin's tracking sideways in the range as it has been for the predominantly portion of this year, it's actually not that bad, right? Whereas when gold and silver were tracking in a range, particularly gold was in this 3-month range after hitting its all-time highs in April till pretty much July, traded sideways. Bitcoin was on a pretty big run up. So this is why we structured the portfolio with gold, silver, and Bitcoin, particularly silver and Bitcoin, is that they don't actually run together because it means that there could potentially be drawdowns that occur at the same time. And this is the best part of these distributed returns, is that last year when Bitcoin was running and silver was trading in the range, then the portfolio was being dragged up in value thanks to Bitcoin. Now this year, silver has been running, and Bitcoin's been trading in the range. The portfolio value gets dragged up thanks to silver, but that's we can deliver consistent results that way.
Yeah, and look, building on what Bish said there, because he's absolutely hit the nail on the head. Just talking about portfolio diversification as a concept for a second. So they'll teach it to you in uni. Portfolio diversification, the benefits of adding different uncorrelated assets into an overall portfolio to increase portfolio return whilst reducing portfolio risk. I mean, that is absolute magic in the finance world. More return with less risk. That's what everybody wants, right? But the key there is that the assets, in order for diversification to be effective, they need to be uncorrelated, because if they're super correlated assets that move up together and move down together, then there is no benefit of diversifying between the assets because they're the same thing.
Yeah.
You need that lack of correlation between the assets to get the benefits of diversification by combining them in a portfolio together. So like Bish says, whilst we would love for our clients to be winning on their Bitcoin, whilst they're winning on their silver and gold, and look, I mean, we're going to be very happy if that happens. In general, the reasoning behind the diversified portfolio between precious metals and crypto is that those are two uncorrelated asset classes, and that lack of correlation is why diversified.
So you're saying it's a strength?
It is absolutely a strength.
So, all right, let's take that, because here's the thing: gold, risk off, safe haven; silver, more or less risk off, safe haven. Bitcoin, would you call it safe haven?
I would call it I would still call it a risk on asset. The reason why I say it's a risk on asset is that that's how the market sees it right now, right? And the market is always right. My bet is that over the next 5, 10, 15 years, because you got to understand, Bitcoin's been only around for 16 years. It's still a young asset. So for now, the way the market sees and perceives and trades Bitcoin in the open market is it's seen as a high beta NASDAQ tech stock, essentially. That's how it's seen right now. It is a risk-on asset, and it benefits when the risk-on bullish sentiment resumes in the market. That's when it does its run. That's what a lot of gold bugs seem to forget, is that they go, oh, Bitcoin is just, it's going to zero. It's going to lose. No, it's going to do really well over the next 12, 24 months, especially as excess liquidity comes into the market. But the way I see it is that by buying Bitcoin now, I'm betting on the fact that it's going to continue to become non-correlated to equities. It's non-correlated to precious metals, and that's going to provide us much better distributed returns over time. There was a time in 2020, 2021, where stocks were running up, but then they traded sideways. Bitcoin continued to pump. There was a time when gold and silver were absolutely running to the stars, then they traded sideways, and then Bitcoin continued to run. So I don't see it as a weakness that Bitcoin is seen as a risk-on asset, is that whilst it is a risk-on asset, it has some of the most strongest and violent pumps that the market has ever seen. Now, gold and silver are on an absolute tear, and as they have been doing really good percentage numbers. But what will happen is Bitcoin right now trading at 110 will catch a lot of people sleeping when we go to 150. Yep. And then they're going to go, and then they're going to be a lot of late buyers who come in at 150, 160. Then the market pulls back, goes down to a range, settles in 130, 140, and then people get bearish. And so we're trying to educate people on how to best use this asset and how to construct it in your portfolio. And that's by adding gold and silver as risk off. You then add on Bitcoin, which is your ultimate risk on asset, but it's also decentralized and permissionless. So you're not having to rely on someone to access your Bitcoin. And then you're going to go home with really good returns.
Great explanation, as always. Sammy, these lines that around the corner out the front of these buildings, I've been sent 1,000 videos. People go, Sammy, are you aware? Sammy, first of all, are you Sammy?
Am I aware? Oh, so I've been
right. People aren't sending them to you.
They send them to me too. Hey, Sam, have you seen this? No, I'm in the bullion industry. I've been in it for 2.5 years, but I don't know what's going on around me in the industry, guys. Come on.
I mean, it is funny. But the question is, first of all, why are they standing in lines and not just going on the internet? And secondly, why is the media pumping gold and not silver?
Well, first of all, talking about the standing in line, most of these people have no financial education. And I don't say that to bash them, but they have been watching BTR for the last 2.5 years, right? If they did, maybe they would have bought at lower prices. But, better late than never. So these people, they don't know that you can place an order online. The number of people who ask me, Sam, how do I buy gold and silver? It shocks me. I go, you call us. Yeah. It's not rocket science, but these people, they don't realize you can do it. They don't realize you can pop an order in online. They don't realize you can call up and speak to someone. They think that you have to stand in the hot sun for 4 hours, wasting half of your workday so that you can come in and buy a kilo of silver. It's a complete lack of knowledge. It shows that there's lots of new buyers in the space who don't know how the industry works. And that is our job to educate them that you don't need to wait in line for 4 hours. You can call up, you can place an order online.
Also, on that note, if it's out of stock, you can still buy it.
Yeah, on the number of people, Sam, do you have stock? No, but I can lock spot price for you. And what are you really doing here? Are you investing? Are you trying to buy an asset that's going to go up? Or do you just want to have it to use it as a doorstop? And that's it. Do you want the asset? Yes. Well, do you want to lock in today's price? Yes. Well then, place the order and join the queue. It's It's that simple, guys. You know, what is this question about stock availability? Everybody's out of stock.
Just while we're on that though, and I'll cut across to BT because it's like people lining up for Bitcoin outside your office. It's like just go and buy it online.
Yeah.
It's essentially the same thing.
It is the same thing.
I would never. I actually, we don't allow people to come into the office to buy Bitcoin. Now,
Can you imagine if there was a line out the door?
You can definitely come in and meet with us, but we're not trading
And
Bitcoin.
on that note as well, guys, the security risk. The security risk of standing outside a bullion dealer for 4 hours, obviously going in to drop serious money on bullion, and then walking out with it in your bag, that is broadcasting to every thief walking past that line that you're a good mark, that you're good to get on the train home. They'll follow you to your door. Do you know what I mean? Like this is seriously unsafe behavior. Waiting outside a bullion dealer for 4 hours.
I wonder how many people took one of those big suitcases to get a 1 ounce bar of gold.
Oh,
because people have never seen this stuff before.
Oh, and the reverse is true as well. You know, people coming in to pick up 50 kilos of silver with their handbag. You know, it's like you haven't thought this through.
That happened to me.
Yeah.
I was going to say a client today, and I just wanted to talk about this because they said, look, the only product left at Perth Mint, because I don't like to mention other suppliers, was a 30-kilo bar of silver. 30 kilos.
Don't do it to yourself, guys. I mean, this is the thing. People are obsessed with what's in stock or what's available. Why does it matter? 3 months ago, you wanted to buy an ETF and not even take physical delivery, and now you're obsessed with it. Just get in line, place an order, buy the product that's best suited for you. Don't worry about what's in stock. Buy what is best suited for you, and then wait for it to
which is
kilo bars.
Cast bar.
Kilo bars for silver, 1 ounce bars for gold, 1 ounce bars for platinum. Oh, but Sam, there's a big backlog. Yes, there is. Join the queue.
I personally like the 10-ounce Liberty Bullion bars. That's my personal favorite.
I'm a fan of those, bitch.
Yeah,
Did you buy up all the Odin stock?
I bought up all the Odin stock. I bought up the Thor's bars. I've got to actually settle Sammy for some of the more recent purchases for the 10-ounce bars. But guys, it's such a simple strategy that we're talking about here. You buy Bitcoin, you buy gold, you buy silver. You mainly buy silver, to be honest with you.
And a bit of platinum.
Absolutely, mate.
Yeah,
chuck that in there too.
Yeah, but like the way I say it is like, guys, we're dealing in monetary assets here, right? We're on this book tour at the moment, 2033, The Great Reset. It's talking about Bitcoin, but things that you never told about money, and the Great Asset Shift was talking about gold and silver, right? And you published those years ago.
Well, there's also a great big plug for gold in here because I talk about the big metallic stand.
Correct. And so, guys, just keep it simple. Like, I think a lot of people overcomplicate a good thing. When we're here talking to you, we live a really privileged, incredible life. I mean, are we living a good life, gentlemen?
Look, I hate this place. This round towers at the Epicurean for breakfast.
I hate wearing my dream watch and, giving people $200 million in profit on my favorite assets and employing my family and traveling around the world and the country and flying to the US for 5 weeks with my beautiful fiance. Man, my life sucks.
Tara, I feel sorry for you, Sam.
The reason why I say that is that we're not telling you to do things that we wouldn't do. So we're doing and living this life thanks to being predominantly gold, silver, and Bitcoin investors. That's it. That's all that it is.
But do you think, can I ask you boys a question? Because there are people listening to this that because I'm going to get skewered on this channel because it's all, no.
Speaking of skewered, we had this beautiful client at the Sydney event, the BTR Sydney event, and they gave us a bag of marshmallows and a bottle of white wine. And I said, why the marshmallows? It's like, oh, well, because you guys are always getting skewered. I thought, you can skewer a couple of marshmallows.
Yeah. That was hilarious.
He put the skewers in there.
Yeah. It was really
and I put them in my carry-on and I got the glove because they went, what are these skewers?
But it was so good, man. Like, honestly, that's what I love about this. I mean, I'll let you come back to it, but like, they take care of us, man. We really get taken care of.
No, our clients take care of us. And the 3 bottles of wine they gave me put me over on my luggage, which cost me another $80. But that's all right because you get that.
Yeah.
But do you think it's okay? Like, I get a lot of people, like you just made a great comment that we live a good life. Is it okay for us to say that? I mean, do you feel like it's okay to share that with the audience?
Well, look, I share this. I share this because I want you to live a good life too. This isn't some sort of exclusive club where we can live a privileged lifestyle and be able to enjoy ourselves. You too can do the same. But the overnight success that I've been experiencing right now has been 10 years in the making, right? It's a decade.
And you've had a lot of, it hasn't all just been beautiful.
No, it hasn't been also, there's been a lot of sacrifice. sacrifice. There's been a lot of risk that was taken, a lot of mistakes that were made along the way. But
And that was just this morning.
we won't get into that. But the way it really does boil down to is that, you know, when we're trying to give you this lifestyle and package it up for you and give you opportunities, it's not something that's exclusive to Sammy, to Tim, to myself. You guys can enjoy this lifestyle as well. You need to invest, work hard, produce an income, doing something that you love, preferably a job that you know that you can do well, whether you're employed by someone else or you're working for yourself, doesn't really matter. You produce your cash flow, you keep your expenses and your liabilities low, you buy assets, and then you do that consistently over a year, 2 years, 3 years, then you're going to live a very privileged and fortunate lifestyle as well. It's not hard.
Yeah, well, Sammy gave us an example this morning, which I thought was a classic one. He's one of the wealthiest 28-year-olds in the world, just about, apart from some Sikh in Arabia. And he's sitting in the back seat of an Uber and he's getting advice from the Uber driver to buy real estate.
Yep.
What is wrong with that picture exactly, Sammy?
Look, and you know, it's got it all over, Timmy. I put up a video the other day on Instagram talking about price targets for silver, long-term price targets, and the number of people who commented on it saying, "Oh, it'll never get there, mate. You know, what are you smoking?" and blah blah blah. And I'm thinking in my head, I'm going, okay, well, how many millions of dollars have you made betting on this stuff? Did you buy it 2 years ago? Oh, but here you are telling everybody financial advice or not to buy it. You're an idiot. Sorry, but you don't know anything about anything. And here you are, the blind leading the blind. You know, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Look, one of us has made millions betting on this stuff, and the other one is commenting on Instagram reels, right? So, look, that's the way that I see it. You have to be very careful with who you listen to out there.
Correct.
Because there's some people who will give you horrible advice, like Jim Cramer. Oh, buy this, next minute it crashes. Or sell this, next minute it pumps. You need to be incredibly discerning about who you listen to. And, you know, just to big us up for a second, what is the message that we three have delivered over the last 2.5 years? Buy gold, buy silver, buy Bitcoin. What have been the best 3 performing assets of the last 2.5 years? Gold, silver, and Bitcoin. And anybody along the way who told you to sell these assets or not even buy them in the first place, or I don't know about that stuff. Hey, I just keep my money in the bank. Calculate how much money you would have missed out on if you listened to them, and that is the price of listening to them. So people think that, oh, advice is free and taking advice is free. No. Who you listen to and the advice you take will shape your life. Truly shape your life. So be very, very careful about whose advice you take. And this is a little lesson from my own life. If the person who's giving you advice, if you don't want your life to look like theirs, don't listen to them. Full stop. Because the advice they're giving you will lead to your life looking like theirs. So if they're not successful, if they don't know what they're doing in the markets, if they've never made $1 trading before and they're giving you financial advice about, oh, you know, I wouldn't do that, throw it in the bin. It's worse than worthless because it will cost you money. Worthless is free. This will cost you money listening to these guys. So just stop it.
100%. I mean, and also not to big us up here or anything like that, but Sammy employs 10 people. I employ 30 people. We run a business.
I've got 3 people.
That's good. You know, we're all taking care of, we're all taking care of. I mean, between us, we employ 45 Australians who are hardworking guys and girls.
Australians? I haven't got Australians working on my team. Oh, no, I have got Australians. No, sorry, you said 45 Australians. Some of them aren't Australian.
No, but I mean, ethnically, they're not Australian, but they're living here.
Hey, that's
fair enough. Welcome to country.
We haven't got any of those types of people working for us.
But moving on, right? The point is that we've done over $500 million in sales. We've generated over $300 million in profits for our clients, and this is within the last 12 months, guys. I mean, it's just insanity what we've been able to do in such a short period of time. And I really want to focus people's efforts and energy on the fact that we want you to be successful. We want you to enjoy great lives. We want you to live privileged lives. And it comes down to actually working with people who understand how the market works. We put you into monetary assets. We put you into risk off and a bit of risk on positions that are decentralized and permissionless. We want to take care of you guys. We're not putting you in positions that we ourselves wouldn't be taking. And that's really the difference between us and every single other financial advisor, planner, guru. They're going to get you into things that they themselves wouldn't be even buying with a 10-foot barge pole. Whereas what we do with each other, we're all talking about gold, silver, Bitcoin, buying more of these assets and then leveraging these assets to live and fund great lifestyles.
Would you say we're experts at getting people into good positions?
Yeah, we're talking financial positions.
Oh, look, it's all about positions, Sammy.
I'd say so, Timmy. I mean, the fact is that here at Liberty Bullion, we've made our clients $200 million in profit over the last 2.5 years by getting them into gold, silver, and platinum. It's that simple. It's not rocket science. We put people in the right assets. They do incredibly well, generate insane wealth for themselves and their families. And all they do is they watch Instagram lives twice a week, maybe a YouTube video every 2 weeks, and they rock up to a book launch and, maybe read a book or two, because that's always a good idea. So, are we good at putting people in positions, Timmy? Financial positions, yes, mate, and otherwise as well.
Have you got any favourite positions, Sammy?
Silver, long silver.
What about you, Bish? Any popular positions? Anything you can share with us?
Long Bitcoin, short US dollar.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's great. Well, so let's get some juicy predictions. Now, I know you're not big on predictions, Sammy. But can we? Yeah. So where you give us whatever you want to go, short term, long term.
So look, guys, I keep saying it. I'm a horrible day trader, and people keep asking me for day trading advice, particularly as the precious metals get more volatile. They say, "Oh, Sam, should I wait 2 days to purchase?" I don't know. If you ask me, it's good to buy now because price tends upwards over time, and that's been true every day for the last.
Just focus on that point. Because, can you just focus on that? Because that's a big question. People say, "Should I wait for the price to?"
I get this constantly, Sam. Should I wait? Should I wait? Why would you wait? When have I ever said to wait? The money printer pushes this stuff up over time, right? So do not try and day trade it. Even if I tell you to buy and it drops tomorrow, great, buy more because it's going to go up the next day, guys. Don't try to day trade this stuff. And the number of clients who've been sat on the sidelines waiting for a pullback that has never come, and they're sat there in fiat currency getting absolutely wrecked, and they never took action. I mean, I feel sorry. Like, guys, just buy it. Just buy it. Just get it in, buy it, and leave it. Forget about it. Stack it in the safe. Just leave it alone and come back a year later, and you're going to be super happy. Why do I say that? Silver's going $100 an ounce within the next 6 to 12 months, guys. Who cares if it dropped to 52 before it goes to 60 and then dropped to 40 and 56? Who cares about the day-to-day move, guys? Yep. We're not day traders. We're not trying to do that. And day traders get wrecked. 95% of day traders lose 95% of their funds within the first 90 days of depositing. And you want to become a day trader? Seriously, guys, wake up. Get in, long-term invest, and don't try and day trade this stuff, please.
I mean, there's a saying that we have here at BTR, Liberty Bullion and Stormrake, which is don't wait to buy gold, silver, and Bitcoin. Buy gold, silver, and Bitcoin and wait. That's just the way to do it. Keep it simple.
Is that something we say? I don't remember.
I mean, well, it was actually a famous real estate guy who was like this real estate mogul in the 80s and 90s, and he went out and he was talking to people about don't wait to buy real estate and wait. And I thought, you know what? That's actually a pretty good saying. But
you could have waited 12 years and got a 2x move.
Yeah, that's right. Whereas now what you could do is you could buy gold and silver and get a 2x move in 3 years, or you can buy Bitcoin and get a 2x move in a year, 2 years. I mean, it's pretty simple stuff, guys. Don't overcomplicate it, right?
So don't wait and then get a girlfriend. Get a girlfriend and then wait.
I don't know. That doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that.
I just thought I'd try to apply it.
No, fair enough.
Relationship stuff.
Yeah. Look, I mean, I'm not a master of relationships. I'm very happy at home. Anyways, let's move on.
I'm trying to cross-pollinate. I'm trying to expand.
There's too much cross-pollination going on at the
moment. We've been busy bees. Yeah. All right. So, boys, Bish, prediction for Bitcoin. Where are we going here?
Like I said, guys, 150K over the next 3 months. That's where I'm calling for it. I did say all-time highs in October. We got them. We were also greeted with a lot of volatility, presenting a lot of opportunity, and then 200K within the next 6 to 12 months. We're entering into one of the craziest melt-up, hyperinflationary periods that the markets can have. People are calling for tops, looking for recessions and depressions and corrections, when we're actually looking at it in a completely different way. We're looking at inflation, hyperinflation, melt up, assets of all descriptions flying, but the ones that will do best is commodities and cryptocurrencies.
Yep, absolutely. And remember, there's tops and there's bottoms. And you prefer, what do you prefer? Sam?
Oh, well,
Tops or
look, I mean, look, I do like bottoms, but there's a saying, guys, and that he who tries to pick bottoms ends up with stinky finger. So just don't do it, guys.
I knew that
Don't
was
do it.
coming.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you and me both.
All right. Well, boys, for fear of oversleeping, welcome. Do you reckon anybody actually learns anything on these? Or they just
Oh,
have
mate,
to laugh?
everybody who listened to this, we've got to give them some laughs along the way. But anybody who's been listening to us for the last 2 years has become extraordinarily wealthy. So just allow us to digress a little bit.
And with some of these little quips and jokes, you know they're going to get to the end of the video because you wouldn't want to be sitting there like some of the others and just be very boring.
Oh, yes.
We try to make it a little bit interesting along the way. All right, boys. Any last thoughts? Any ideas? Anything you'd like to share with the audience before we jump off our YouTube? Could be anything.
My 2 cents here, guys, is silver has just broken out of a 45-year cup and handle. That is the biggest cup and handle pattern in history. The importance of this cannot be stressed enough. It's not possible to stress it enough. You are looking at a generational breakout buying opportunity. Don't get cute with it. Don't try and day trade it. Don't wait for a pullback. Get in, get long, get strong, and sit in that asset because it is going to the moon. It's going to the stars, guys. It's going to double within the next 12 months. And that's just the beginning. That's not the end of the run. That's just the beginning, guys. Yeah. I mean, we've just seen breakouts. So my 2 cents here, guys, don't get cute. Don't day trade. Get in, buy, sit in it.
Yep, fish.
Guys, I'm not going to give any kind of guidance on markets. My position is very clear. I've already told you about that. Look after your health, guys. Take care of yourselves. Do what you need to do. Obviously, you got your day job or you're looking after your family, raising kids, whatever that may be. You're joining us for the book tour, of course. That's always a big thing. But please look after your health. Get into the gym, go for a swim, go for a bike ride, go for a run. Do something that you like. The weather's beautiful. We're heading into our spring and summer period here in the great southern nation of Australia. Look after your health, guys, because there's all this other stuff. Financial well-being, wealth, it's all important. But there's a great saying that Sammy introduced me to. A healthy man wants 1,001 things, whereas a sick man only wants one thing, and that's to be healthy. So take care of your health.
And you know, on that note, you know, lots of people they'll spend their life chasing money, and then they'll swap it all for their health at the end of it. You know, they'll pay doctors and everybody hundreds of thousands of dollars so they can be healthy again. That is a bad trade, guys. That's a horrible trade. Keep your health your whole life, focus on it your whole life, and then at the end of it, all that wealth, you won't have to swap it for your health again.
Do you know what else the middle class does? And sorry, you just triggered something in me. Their life looks like they lie low, lie low, lie low, lie low, and then in the last 20 years, they try to live a life, you know, with all the funds that they've. Now, we don't do that. We just live the high life the whole time. I mean, why are you waiting until the end of your life when your parts don't?
Yeah, people ask me, Sam, when are you going to retire? What, retire from running a bullion business and making loads of money and hanging out with my friends and living an incredible life and traveling? Retire?
Don't retire. Sam.
Why would I retire? Retirement sounds crap. I want to keep doing this forever. I want to do this till the day that I die.
But people should be living for today.
Yes.
Why are you putting your
Yes.
life on hold for something when you're 80 years old?
Yes. And here's the thing, guys.
Living
This is
for
the,
it.
I don't want it to get too dark, but you get hit by a bus tomorrow. It could all be for nothing. Go out and live.
We
Go out
could
and
get hit
enjoy
by a
it.
bus
I
today.
could get hit by a
And
bus.
we would have had a whole lot of fun doing
Oh,
it.
mate, I would have had an incredible time.
I'll take care of your business, Sammy.
You bet I'll never get cold. All right, that's it for us.
I mean, the Liberty Bullion.
Oh, yes.
I just wanted to
Sorry.
hang on. I'm a businessman. That's all I was.
No, we got that bit. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's all right.
Is it okay to have this much fun?
No, probably not. But I mean, what are they going to do? Stop us? Good luck.
Well, I know that after the 10th of December or something, the kids can't watch it anymore or something like that. Maybe that date's coming.
Oh, yeah,
YouTube.
YouTube.
Under 16s won't be able to watch this anymore.
Oh.
That's okay. They can't invest with me anyway. Only over 18s can invest with Stormrake.
Yeah, YouTube. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all we got time for. From here we are from Perth this time. We get around, don't we? We've been around it, done a few with these. So live from Perth, from Crown Towers. Tonight we have the book launch tour, the book launch in Perth at the, where is it? The
WA Rowing Club.
WA Rowing Club. There's a beautiful balcony that goes right out over the water. So we'll have, that'll be a lot of fun. And we'll be in the Perth night sky with about 80 to 100 Perthians.
Yep.
Is that the right? way to say it?
Perth side.
WA-ians.
Yeah.
Western Australians.
Western Australia.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Tan grapers.
Well,
Oh, Timmy.
well, it's funny because, like, we're coming across from the East Coast to WA just kind of feels like going back to Australia where it was 30 years ago. It's actually quite nice because Australia 30 years ago was.
Because you came from here, didn't you?
I was born in Perth. Yes, I was born in just behind Subiaco.
Lebanon's in Perth.
Lebanon is in Perth. Very similar constitution of a country, but we love this place, and whenever I come here, it's a bit of like a return to country, one might say.
Yeah. Oh, well, we might even do a bit of a return to country tonight.
Yeah. Let's see what happens.
All right. That's it for us, of course. Got to go now. And the Samurai of Silver, the Baron of Bitcoin from Stormrake, and of course, the guy in the hat saying goodbye once again. And as always, look after your health, look after your families, and
Make
Good.
choices. Make good choices, everybody. See you
Thanks,
soon.
everyone.